Alright, we're gonna begin. I'm gonna be asking you a series of questions. Questions about Web 2.0 and relationships.
Web 2.0? What is
Yeah.
that?
Web 2.0 is social media like Facebook and stuff
okay,
like that.
okay.
If you feel uncomfortable answering questions, just say next question and everything can be edited. So answer honestly. I promise I won't make you look stupid or anything like that, alright?
Okay.
Okay. Just remember to speak up clearly into the camera. And look at me, look at the camera. It doesn't matter.
That's gonna be fun.
Okay. Do you use social media?
Yes.
Why?
To, I guess, share a part of my life or to stay connected with others.
I like to feel connected to other people.
Because it's popular. I mean, it's fun and it's a second way to keep in contact with different people.
It's a good outlet for like when you're being unproductive and you're not really sure what to do. I mean, just get on social media, find out what everybody else is doing.
Oh, okay. Do you think that it's easy for people to be themselves online or more difficult?
I think it's a lot. I think it goes both ways. It's easier to say things because you're behind a computer, but at the same time you want to be like everybody else, so you're still acting out differently.
Socially, yeah, I think you're a much different person. Well, depending on who you actually are, you're a much different person in person than you are online. Sometimes online, maybe you're allowed to have a certain facade, or you think you're allowed to, and so you kind of take that opportunity to do so. It can give you an advantage. I mean, you can be whoever you want online.
I think difficult. I think it's more difficult because you can be whoever you want online. And I've seen that a lot where people are one person online and different in person.
Okay. Do you think that it's easier for people to build relationships online?
That's I think it is. I mean, if you're just honest at all times, because you are hiding behind a computer or your phone, it's easier to create someone that you're really not. But I mean, it's also easy because you're not in front of each other to actually be more honest than you could be in person.
In my opinion, like social media makes it easier to find people with common interests, and so it increases the chance of building a relationship maybe around that interest. But to me, you'd have like humanly physical interaction. Like you can't. That's how you build a real relationship. And that's just what I think.
Do you think that social media is affecting how we build and maintain relationships?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think it's more based on like whenever you meet somebody, you're like, oh, what do they like on Facebook? What do they like on Twitter? And you automatically assume that that's just how that's how they are in real life. So I think that it's like definitely, but it's more of a negative impact than a positive one.
Really? Have you ever had a relationship end because of social media?
No.
Ever had a relationship end because of social media?
No, but it's definitely caused like problems and fights.
Have you ever had a relationship end because of social media?
Yes.
Why?
Because more like getting into each other's business, or I don't really know how to explain it. I guess just seeing like other people posting things to like a significant other makes you more jealous, or makes you this, or makes you feel this way. And yeah, I think that relationships should be more personal. I think they shouldn't be based on social media, from my experience. So
Have you ever had a relationship end because of social media?
Yes.
What happened?
Met a girl on Facebook, and we talked for a while, and I felt like it was a really good relationship because we got to know each other more emotionally and mentally before, you know, physically. And physically usually messes up relationships.
Oftentimes, social media can be a window into people's lives, and ending a relationship with someone, even though while you're still not in their life, physically in their lives, you can still be ingrained into their activities and what they're doing. Do you think that social media makes it difficult for people to end relationships?
Oh yeah, definitely. Or I mean, not necessarily ending it, but getting over them. You go back and check and see what they're doing, and if there wasn't social media, then if there was, you know, if you didn't talk to them, I think it'd be a lot easier to get over them. But since you can check their status or their pictures or anything, then it makes you a lot more concerned with them, and they stay on your mind, so it's harder to get over them.
It makes it very, very difficult because it's so easy to still follow that person on Twitter, follow that person on Instagram, or follow that person online, and you get to see them all the time, and it's really hard to move on when you're still looking in that person's life. And it's not as easy as you just unfollow them, because you can as easily go follow them again, and it all spirals back.
Why do you think relationships end?
They could end for a couple of reasons.
In general?
In general, I would say it depends on the age that you're in a relationship. Because I feel like as you get older, you kind of like, you're looking for like a long-term thing. But I feel like younger people, like, they're looking for more of a short-term relationship, maybe. And then it might even end just like, even if you're looking for a long-term at a young age, then it might just end because of, you know, outside situations.
I'm not really sure. Well, I guess if you looked at like maybe not every reason, but most reasons people break up, I guess it just kind of boils down to like the two people just aren't compatible. I mean, whether or not like it's cheating or it's just like you don't get along. I mean, if you cheat on somebody, then you're not compatible with them because obviously they're not enough for you. So I think I think compatibility is definitely like the main issue people break up or end relationships.
How do you know when a relationship is over?
There's usually crying involved. There's usually lots of hate words and well, I guess even after that, like it might not even be over. I think you know when it's over when you don't speak anymore to that person. Yeah, and then it's officially over, like you're over that person whenever you just don't think about them anymore.
How do you know when a relationship is over?
Depends on whether it was who did the breaking up or whether it was mutual. In my most recent relationship, I did it, and I did the breaking up, and I felt fine because I had already, you know, went through it in my mind and gone through it, and I don't feel heartbroken or anything. And I feel great, you know, single ready mingle.
Do you think that it's possible to completely end a relationship without feeling something for the other person?
I don't think it's possible at all to end a relationship without feeling something for someone.
What do you mean by that?
You're always going to feel a connection with that person, especially if there was sex involved. But even if it wasn't emotionally, you're going to feel a longing for that person. But it might be misconstrued as you just being lonely. So.
What is love to you?
Love is a cycle of give and take. Like, if I'm in love with someone, they have to be in love with me back. I don't believe that one person can be in love with another person who's not in love with them.
What is love to you?
Love to me is something you can't help. I think it's more of, if you're in love, it's not just a feeling, it's what you are at the moment, so it's more like a state of being than a feeling to me. So I think no matter who that person is or what they characterize at the moment. If you're in love with them, you're in love with them. You can't help it. You can't stop it.
What is love to you?
I think love is taking all of a person's flaws and just you do all that and all the person's mistakes and you compromise and they take your flaws and they compromise and together y'all eventually become one person. You don't know when you and another person become.
Okay. Thank you.